Hello everyone, this is AmberAnkNA here. Welcome to my channel. Well, I play a variety of games and do narrations for fanfics. I'm really hoping you enjoy my content. If you do, make sure to comment below, leave a like, and subscribe with the notifications on. Right, so next time, this is AmberAnkNA. Welcome to my channel. So, hi. Things aren't always as they seem. Chapter 14. The day after the talk with her aunt and uncle, Annabelle decided to go to the movie theater. At work, one of her co-workers mentioned Hector and Cassine, his girlfriend, were going to see a movie called Twilight. Annabelle decided to go by herself, as Jason didn't like romantic films, and Martha, Ursula, and Maria had other plans. Upon stepping into the theater, Annabelle's dark blue eyes spied a familiar red figure. "Tracy!" she called, waving a hand in the air. "Hey, Red!" Tracy's head turned at the yell. A grin spread on his face as he spotted the half-red buzzsaw. "Hey, Annie!" he greeted, walking up to her. "How it going?" "I'm fine. What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be at work? This is my day off, and I came here because I was bored at home. Where's Amara?" Jones just borrowed her for a job. There's rumors of some big shot germ making illegal drugs. Something about mind-controlling animals. That sounds like something from a movie. "You telling me, baby?" But Jones and Drift were assigned to sniff out some screws. "And let me guess, am I doing the main sniffling?" Annabelle asked humorously, raising an eyebrow. "Pretty much. So what are you doing here?" A coworker said something about Hector going with his girlfriend to see a movie, so I decided to go. Since we both here want to go together and split the expenses? Won't your boyfriend object? He doesn't control my life, she retorted, crossing her arms. Besides, what he don't won't hurt him. If he asks, I say I was with one of my girlfriends, she added with a mysterious smirk. "Oh, naughty girl. You shouldn't be lying." Trask grinned, sticking a finger at Annabelle as she stepped back past him, facing away from him. "You need a good spanking." With that, he smacked her jean cut butt hard, making a loud crack. Annabelle jumped, staring in surprise. She looked back at him, trying to grill. Instead, she was laughing. "Jackass!" she snapped, still laughing. "Call me what you will, baby. All I gotta say is that it's one fine-looking ass," Trask leered, grilling down at Annabelle's hips. "Okay, if you're gonna be working back there, you better go home," she said, pointing out the door. "I'm just joking, Annie." Trask struggled. "What are you seeing?" "Whatever Hector's seeing. He and Christine are seeing some movie called Twilight. You game?" "Sure," Trask shrugged. They both paid for their tickets, and both bought sodas. Trask chose a diet soda, much to Annabelle's amusement, and a large poly coin to split. By the time they got seated, Hector and Cassine were already seated, waiting for the movie to begin. "How's it going with Jason?" Trask whispered, spilling a kernel of polycorn with his burner claw and flicking it into his mouth. "Same old," Annabelle sighed. "He's getting more and more intent on making me only have female friends. But he can't tell how Annabelle Waters what to do." "That a girl," Trask smirked. "Why don't you take off your gloves? It's dark in here. No one noticed." Annabelle nibbled her lower lip and thought. Emily, she pulled off her gloves and stuffed them in the pocket of her jeans. She poked her claw into the polycorn kernel and flicked it into her mouth. She chewed with a cheeky smile, making Trask chuckle. Throughout the movie, Hector and Christine were waltzing. The humans mostly kept quiet, whispering a comment to the other every now and then. Annabelle and Trask were mostly silent as well, sipping their drinks or chewing the polycorn. Every now and again, Annabelle had wondered if Trask would complain or fall asleep as soon as the human movie turned into a romantic one. But when she gazed at him, he was still waltzing, occasionally raising an eyebrow, as if confused or surprised at the movie. After the movie ended and Annabelle put her gloves back on, Trask drove her home. On the way, they were both talking about the movie Hector and Christine had seen. Both humans had thought the movie wasn't really good. There were dead fires, and half-wet birds still had to agree. You know, when I was a kid, vampires were silly creatures that suck human blood and disintegrated in the sun, Josh said as they stepped into the elevator at Annabelle's apartment building. But that film seemed to think they dropped dead, glorious creatures who can suck blood from animals and sparkle in the sunlight. Basically, they sparkly fairies. Annabelle laughed at that analogy. In opening credits, it said it was based on a book. Seriously? He pulled a surprised face at the statement. Must not be a good book then. It's popular with teenagers. Of course it is. You didn't like Bella? Was she beautiful? See, look at Trask's disgusted expression. More like bewaying. And that girl was a horrible actress. Anyone can be a better actress. They both laughed, but Emily calmed down, sighing. They were at Annabelle's apartment by now. However, that movie did teach me something good. What? Don't fall in love with a vampire. That and a vampire kiss. Annabelle raised an eyebrow. Do I want to know what that is? I saw you. Tip your head back. He chuckled at her, still confused as person. Trust me. He also pulled her closer to him, but she either didn't notice or didn't care. Regardless, she tipped her head back. She could only see the ceiling, but felt Trask's hot breath on her neck. Then his warm lips pressed on her neck, making her shiver slightly in sorrow. His lips stayed on her neck for a couple of seconds before Trask moved his head back up. Annabelle straightened her neck and chuckled lightly at Trask. Vampire kiss! I get it now! He smiled slightly as well. The two remained still, pressed against each other at the stomach, and with Trask's hand supporting Annabelle's upper back, all became silent as dark blue eyes stared into green and golden yellow eyes. Golden yellow eyes. Everything around them seemed to disappear, as though they were the only beings in the world. They never really knew who made the first move, but what they did know was that 1 second they were just staring at each other in silence. The next, Annabelle was holding Trask's head in her hands. His free hand was cupping her cheek, and they were kissing. Everything else was still silent and invisible. Nothing else mattered. But as soon as the lips separated and those eyes cracked open, reality came crashing back. Their eyes widened in realization to what happened, and they sat back from each other. I'm sorry. Annabelle stumbled, brushing a lock of hair from her face. I think it was my fault, Trask said, rubbing the back of his neck nervously. No, it was mine. Well, it was an accident anyway. Yeah. They stood in awkward silence before Trask spoke up. Well, I guess I better be getting home. Oh, wait. See you later, then. When they nodded, Annabelle unlocked her apartment door, stepped in, and shut the door. Trask shelled the door for several seconds before he sighed bitterly, brushed his dreadlocks back, and walked into the dressing the sails. He needed time to think about what happened, and taking the seal seemed like a good idea at the moment. In her apartment, Annabelle was leaning back against her door. What had just happened flashed over and over in her mind, until it nearly drove her crazy. She grabbed her head, growling, and slid down the door until she was sitting on the floor. She felt horrible. She was angry at herself. She didn't blame Trask, though he was the one who totally started the mess, showing her that vampire kiss. But he has obviously been surprised by the kiss as well, and was the one who said it was an accident. But she still felt awful, feeling like she had betrayed Jason, despite him trying to control her. She released her head and leaned back against the door, sighing. Remembering how Jason had been trying to control her, she found herself comparing Jason to Trask. The one hand, Jason was a red blood cell, somewhat like her, and he had a crush on her ever since high school. Plus, he was good looking, though Annabelle tried not to judge people by appearances. The biggest turnoff was him trying to control her, basically telling her what friends to have and what friends not to have. She didn't mind he was a little protective of her against suspicious looking goons, but this was too much. Even if this is harmless critters. On the other hand, she had known Trask and his friends for 3 months. He was a red death virus, which was real. But he was also a red death virus turned vaccine, which was even realer. He flirted with her, but she only consumed it with Trask being Trask, despite her friends saying he liked her. The only bad thing was when he blew up about her being part virus. But upon hearing his story, she understood why, and the situation had been resolved. Plus, he treated her fairly, and didn't try to control whom she was friends with. She didn't deny that he wasn't attractive as well. He was a good kisser. Annabelle smacked herself in the forehead. Don't think like that, Annabelle. You're dating Jason, not Trask. But a dark set of doubt began growing in her mind, wondering if Jason was really the right person to be with, especially when her best friend seemed a better match. Yes, she thought of Trask as one of her best friends, along with Ozzy and Dritz. But she felt closer to Trask out of the three. She didn't really know why. Maybe it was because they were both viruses. Though, Annabelle herself was only half virus. And they both had dead parents and lived pasts. Though Annabelle felt Trask had it worse. But they seemed to have good chemistry as well. They could make each other laugh and could find comfort in each other. Annabelle sighed heavily, letting her head drop into her hands. All of this thinking of him would be better to be with was giving her a headache. Back at the private eye apartment, Trask was in a similar situation. Though, he certainly wasn't trying to figure out who was a better partner than the other. But he was wondering if Annabelle was happy with Jason. It always disturbed him when she said Jason was trying to control what friends she could have. He had seen it with his own eyes, but never spoke about it. He knew Jason didn't like him, but he didn't really care. He had a long list of people who didn't like him, and he couldn't care less if the list lessened or shortened. But he didn't think it was fair that Annabelle was allowed to be friends with him. He may not be the most well-liked person in Hector, but he never really give anyone a reason to hate him with a passion. Aside from being a virus and being a killer in the past, he was even a member of the Moody. Besides, Annabelle was a big girl and could take care of herself. And she could certainly tell if it was a good idea to be friends with someone or not. Charles admitted that he liked Annabelle, maybe more than a friend. He blinked in surprise as he thought about this. He had been lying back on the couch that served as his bed and was reading a book, trying to chase away the incident that had happened at Annabelle's apartment building, and briefly cleared his mind. But it seemed to be doing the opposite. What was that? I thought. I like Annie more than a friend. Hadn't we pop up in the past? If it had, he brushed it aside while thought, but his past incident made him seriously think about it. To be honest, he didn't regret kissing Annabelle. His mind had reminded him that she was already dating someone until he realized what had happened. He didn't blame Annabelle for the incident, though he felt they were both at fault for it. Someone could blame the moment for the incident, but if that were the case, Jasper would be the one to be blamed, so he started it with that vampire kiss. Tress let his head fall back on the arm of the couch, sighing heavily. On the other hand, he was in love with Annabelle. Yes, he admitted he was in love with her. He hadn't ever really been in love with anyone. Riley, his crazy ex-girlfriend, had been either a childhood crush or just a plain lust. But he was never really in love with her. But Annabelle, he was in love with her. She was strong, witty, funny, and independent. She definitely took no crap from anyone. He was reminded a little of himself. But on the other hand, she was really dating someone, a jerk, but another person regardless, and a fellow former high school student to boot. And he wondered if she would be with a cell instead of a virus, as he was anthropomorphic against her father, him being a virus. Before he could ponder any more into the subject, the door to the apartment opened. Amara ran in, wagging her tail. Behind her, Ozzy and Driss stepped in as well. "What's up, Red?" Ozzy asked. "Nothing much," Trash answered, closing his book and placing it on the couch. He looked down at Amara, who was sitting by the couch. "Hey, Mara!" He grinned, sitting up and scratching her side. "How were you at your special job?" "I didn't find anything." Jen sighed. "It wasn't Amara's fault. Nothing came up at all." Either that guy who told us where the guy was lied, or the guy moved, Ozzy added. "We find something good, Ozzy," just said it philosophically. "We have to be cautious." "Why? Is this a guy trying to mind control animals?" Trask found. "And the lone hands, animals can be dangerous," just pointed out. "If used correctly, they can take down a body. I admit it sounds silly, but anyone can do it, especially with the right animals." Trask pulled his lips slightly and thought. Just had a point. It seems silly and from a movie, but animals could be used for evil purposes in the wrong hands. He laid a finger on Mara's shoulder, stressing her forward slightly. Hope his baby girl wouldn't get hurt, or worse, captured by this goon. Hi everyone. This is AmberAnkNA again. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Because, I really did enjoy making it. But, so I hope you enjoyed it. Comment, like, and subscribe with the notifications on down below. Till next time, bye!